We're here. Hello and welcome to another edition of 5-Star Broadcast. I'm Andy Peck.
And I'm Angelo Parenti.
And this week we're calling this one Crystal Ball because we're going to take a look into the future for 2014 and discuss some things like the Royal Rumble, Wrestlemania, and the Hall of Fame ceremony. So we'll start off. We got a question from Austin on Twitter, and he wants to know, who do you guys think will or should win the Royal Rumble this year?
Who do you think?
Who do I think should win the Royal Rumble this year? I don't know. I think Daniel Bryan should win the Royal Rumble this year. I don't know if he will. It's kind of hard for me to predict someone that will win the Royal Rumble this year, but I'm going to say Daniel Bryan should.
Yeah, I think maybe after TLC, when we see what's going on with the belt and who is the champion, maybe that might make it a little more clear. But I'm with you. I think Daniel Bryan should win. Who will win? I don't know. Probably Triple H.
Triple H will come out and declare himself the winner after everybody's been eliminated.
My one prediction, the last episode, we were talking about possible Royal Rumble entries. Triple H is going to enter November 30, and he's going to win.
I could see it. But, yeah, I mean, it's a little early to tell. Like you said, after Sunday at TLC, I think we'll have a little more... clear picture of what's going on and be able to throw out some more guesses here. But I'm going to say Daniel Bryan should, and Ange agrees. So we're going to move right along into some WrestleMania predictions. Again, might be a little early to predict, but we're going to have some fun with this. We saw some friction at the end of Raw this week. We saw some possible things happening, and I think one of the matches we could see at WrestleMania this year is CM Punk versus Triple H.
Yeah, it was weird because for a while it's like usually everyone's just wondering who's gonna fight the Undertaker and what's gonna be the main event, but this the whole like Triple H Punk thing, it's been kept being talking about, and like you said, we saw it on Monday night, them two, and it was just an awesome feeling went through me because I was like, these two in a match together. I'm pretty sure they fought before, right?
They were supposed to, because it was, but didn't it end up being CM Punk against Kevin Nash?
Yeah, and
did they ever have an actual match against each other?
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I can't remember. And if they did, it wasn't on like a big scale, I don't think, because I don't remember it.
I feel like they could make a big build up for this.
Yeah. And they're both great storytellers, so I think it'll be an awesome match if that happens.
Yeah, and with the way Punk does his promos, I think he could rip Triple H apart, and Triple H could get really pissed. And because he is like one of like the higher ups in the company, I think he'll say whatever he wants to, because the only person he really has to get. I mean, everybody has to get worried about Vince getting mad at him, but that's Triple H's father-in-law, so he's not going to fire him, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, this is kind of like a modern-day Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, because you have Punk, who's like that rebel that's going against the authority, and now Triple H is the authority. He's even called that. So... I mean, it's kind of perfect, except Triple H is more active and a better wrestler than Vince McMahon ever was. So I think we could see a solid match out of those two at WrestleMania. Another match that kind of got teased at the end of Raw was Daniel Bryan against Shawn Michaels. Now, for this one, I really hope it happens because I think it'd be awesome to see, Daniel Bryan go against the guy that taught him how to wrestle. The only thing is, Shawn Michaels is retired and has said that he'd never return. Now, I know they always say never in wrestling, but Shawn Michaels kind of made it clear that, this was a never. So, I don't know. Yeah. I think if money talks, he'll come back.
Yeah, I think he could do one more, especially if maybe he might feel in his head, I'm working with a student, so we could do something really good, but we've worked a lot together. I mean, he's shown him I don't know if he showed him everything he's known, because Daniel Bryan seems like he's a hard worker, and he's been all over learning,
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna have to see what HBK would decide.
That would be a dream match, though. I mean, there's not many of those that can take place in WWE right now, but that's one of them, and I think wrestling fans all over would be excited for that, and I really think that would help WrestleMania buy rates a lot. Like, seeing those two go at it, that would by far be the match of the night, and I don't even know what the rest of the card is. But I had another one, and it's kind of stemming off TLC. I don't think there's going to be a clear winner, and I kind of think that the title unification is going to get pushed out until WrestleMania. So I'm kind of predicting John Cena against Randy Orton to finally unify the titles.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why we were talking about it, about how they were unifying the titles, but if they did it at WrestleMania again, it's not going to be as special, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think, for me, I want to see it happen at WrestleMania, kind of as like a reset. Like, here we go. We're starting off with a fresh, brand new, unified champion, and we're going to go from here. It's a brand new WWE. They were teasing a logo. I don't know if you saw the new logo that they put out. It kind of looks like shit, but I mean, it's a new logo, so it seems like they're kind of gearing up for something big. Then that network coming out. It's almost like the start of a new era is going to happen at WrestleMania 30. Yeah. So I think the title unification would be perfect for that.
I mean, this is off topic, but what I've heard about the WWE network, it's going to be awesome. But I mean, everything seems like it's only a rumor. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait, because I don't want to say stuff if it's not true, and don't believe stuff if it's not real. But I mean, back to possible matches. Other than that, I think it's a little too early. Who knows what feuds build up? But I've also thought about maybe like Orton, CM Punk, and then if the Rhodes split up, that could be a good match, a dream match, you know?
Yeah, definitely. If you Andrew's phone goes off. If you have the Orton or the Rhodes brothers that go off against each other, I think that would be cool. I think they'd put on an awesome match too.
Definitely.
Goldust is in his peak position right now. He hasn't looked this good ever. And Cody Rhodes is a solid wrestler, so I think it'd be a cool match. And while I'm thinking about it, if they extend it a little bit, maybe we'll see a Shield match. The Shield triple threat match at WrestleMania. I think that could be cool.
I mean, well, there is a good amount. There's still, with TLC, but not counting that, we just have
Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
But there's for roughly like 3 months, I guess, January, February, March. Yeah, so like 3 months in between. So that's, not too much time, but, I could see the Shield staying together until WrestleMania time and splitting up for that match. But, one of the big things, like you mentioned before, is The Undertaker and who's he going to face. That's like the big thing every year.
Yeah.
And we did get a question that came in from Nico, and he said, who do you think might be The Undertaker's next opponent at Mania, and who would you like for him to go up against? There's kind of a lot of rumors floating around online that, The Undertaker's going to face Brock Lesnar, and that makes sense for me for a few reasons. You have Paul Heyman missing right now from WWE. I feel like he's going to come back and, Punk's going to be off doing his own thing, and he's going to come back with Brock Lesnar and try and go after The Undertaker again. That's going to be the angle there, is that Punk couldn't get it done last year, so Heyman's going to want to find somebody to end the streak this year, and he's going to turn to Brock Lesnar, and we're going to see Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker. That's who I think will happen.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's like a handful of guys we know about, like the ones we just mentioned, between Triple H, Orton, Punk, Bryan, Cena, where that could maybe go up against The Undertaker, but Brock Lesnar, we know he's going to come back for another match. All you hear about is his contract. He has so many matches, and I think he has that. Who knows how many more matches?
Yeah, maybe an appearance at the Royal Rumble, maybe Elimination Chamber, and then probably WrestleMania. So
yeah, I mean, unless it was something like surprise, like I remember when we were talking about Sting.
That was gonna be my point. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it. I think it would be a great match.
Sting?
No, Lesnar and The Undertaker. But who would we want or like to see? Yeah.
For me, it's Sting.
Sting and The Undertaker.
Yeah. We talked about dream matches earlier with Daniel Bryan and HBK. I mean, if you put Undertaker and Sting on this card, that would, definitely sell WrestleManias. People have been wanting that match forever. I know some people say that Sting can't go anymore, but he can. He could definitely pull out a match against The Undertaker. And I think seeing those two in the ring together, it would just be an awesome experience.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like an extremely technical, fast-paced match, but just seeing them two in the ring, just seeing the promotion for that match.
Yeah. I think they wouldn't even have to say a word. Kind of like how, what was it, Triple H and Undertaker a few years ago. They literally would not have to say a thing to each other. Just those two standing in a ring together would just be surreal for me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, especially if Sting came to the WWE as he was,
The Crow?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be so badass. I'm getting excited just thinking about it, and it might not happen. But, yeah, I don't know. Undertaker, I still think it's going to be Brock Lesnar, though.
Mm-hmm. The way you brought it up with Heyman and stuff, I think it's perfect.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll see. But, rumors are rumors. But another rumor that came up is Hulk Hogan making an appearance at WrestleMania 30. And then also Hulk Hogan having a match at WrestleMania 30. What are your thoughts, Ange?
I think the more it gets closer, I keep hearing that it's gonna happen, whether the WWE and Hogan made a deal or something, but I think we have a better chance of seeing Hogan there. I don't even know if he'd be cleared to wrestle. I've heard he just has these injuries, and where I heard he has some kind of chip in him, where if it gets hit like one of those. We'll have to look it up, but yeah, I just don't think Hogan could do a match. If he does, it's gonna have to be a tag team match or something.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking when I heard that rumor of him having a match. I mean, obviously, a dream match for some people, maybe, just two iconic figures going at it would be John Cena and Hulk Hogan. But I can't see Hogan doing a match by himself. And also, who would be the heel, who would be the face there? I don't see Hogan coming back and doing a heel run now. I think maybe if they teamed up, Hogan and Cena, that would be cool.
Yeah, because out of the matches we mentioned, we were kind of leaving out Cena, which is weird because, I mean, he's John Cena.
Yeah.
But if that would be a good possibility, tagging them up, but it's who would they go up against, Real Americans?
Maybe. But no, I definitely think it'd be cool to see Hogan at WrestleMania 30, but I don't know in what capacity.
I mean, Hogan is known for, him in his talking and stuff. He could always be the host of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Miz was the host, so I'm sure Hogan could pull it off.
Definitely. But, to get on to another topic, we're going to discuss some of the possible Hall of Fame candidates. The first question came in from Gracie. She wanted to know, there's been a lot of talk going around on whether or not Chris Benoit should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Any thoughts? As much as I loved Chris Benoit and his work rate and, everything that he did for wrestling, he should absolutely not be in the Hall of Fame. It's a black cloud over the wrestling world, and you can't praise somebody that did what he did.
Yeah.
I just can't see it happening, and I don't think it should.
I fully agree with you. It's just, like you said, you respect Chris Benoit as the wrestler what he did, but what he did is just too bad.
Yeah. So, no, absolutely not. Chris Benoit, I don't think you'll ever see him in the Hall of Fame. He's been cut out of DVDs. You're not going to see them give him an award like that. But people you will see them give an award to and might possibly see this coming year, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, they're my two picks for Hall of Fame this year.
I'm definitely down with Ultimate Warrior, especially they just announced that they're doing an Ultimate Warrior DVD in April. But
perfect time for a Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah, so other than Macho Man, the only other one I could maybe think of is Jake the Snake.
Yeah, that's a possibility because he's been pushing to come back too.
Yeah.
So, there are picks, and I think we might be out of time for this week, huh?
Yeah, next episode we'll be revealing that contest. But
yeah, so check out episode 10.
we're out of here.
See ya.